They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to John O'Quinn Field in H-Town, home to the Houston Cougars. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Houston ready to put it deep and get this game going. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. From the gun, the ground game. Powers through the defender. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Got the first down and more. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pick.
Breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Motion from the wideout. Pulled it, finds his man on the left.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Fires to the big fella. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Takes the handoff. It's Connors. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
Back to throw. It's Wegman. Sets up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Houston will be forced to punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Hauls it in, looking for space. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Horned Frogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. The Horned Frogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, this offense continues to do such a great job on 3rd down. One of the best in the country at it, and the reason why, they keep it manageable most of the time. 3rd and short, they can run the football, be physical, convert first downs. This offense has been so good on 3rd downs.
Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Firing to the right, complete. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Caught behind the line. It's Barnes. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They try to get him going there.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He wants to change this route. He'll start this drive firing. Quickly out to the tight end.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
The Cougars have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, 2nd and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's 3rd down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back.
Turning it on! He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Just when they thought they had the big play, the penalty wipes it out. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. Final play of the quarter coming. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires on the move. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. We've reached the break, and TCU is holding the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Houston sends the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Hauls it in at the 40. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And the Horned Frogs line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches there.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. We know you're going for it on 4th down.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I think that's a big advantage of having a tiny quarterback. He can find little creases to wedge his body into to pick up short yardage plays like that on the QB sneak on 4th down.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. The Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Grabbed in the middle, it's McAllister. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Under fire. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. And now the lead is even bigger.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Houston offense comes onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Oh, they're after him. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
When you run those routes, those curl routes just like that, those DBs are going to break when you go to throw the football. So you better put that thing on a line. And the QB did there. Put it on a line. Great job. Great catch. 1st down.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They'll move the wide receiver. To the air, it's Wegman. Finds his big tight end. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, and you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. And the Cougars pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got the tight end. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give him a finish. They'll move the tight end. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Touchdown, Cougar! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Coming out with it, it's Bailey. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one, and I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
And the Horned Frogs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
Well, it's an offense that prides themselves on being physical. No mystery there. You need 1 yard, turn around, hand it off, let him go to work.
The Horned Frogs back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught over the middle. It's McAllister. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Horned Frogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Going downfield for the big play. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it.
The Horned Frogs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, running back on the move. He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. That defensive end came off the ball with one goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
And when you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands, and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And the Horned Frogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Moving out of the pocket. Pressure's there and he lets it go. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to throw. It's Hoover. The quick out. He steps out of bounds right at the 15-yard line.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the 3rd and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. To the end zone, and it's picked off. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got it set up on the outside. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the second half. Out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. Low-scoring first half, but now an opportunity to get things off on the right foot here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, and the good thing is you had time to go in the locker room. You had time to discuss what they're doing, what our plan of action is now moving forward, Palmer. They might have caught him off guard a little bit. They know they should have made some adjustments.
Yeah, you had a chance to regroup and go back and think about, okay, where do we think we have our best chance of success in this game? Which side of the offensive line can we run to? Which guy can we throw to hopefully now have a much better second half?
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those 3rd downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Looking to buy time. Going to try to get it himself. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Quickly to the tight end. Lowers those pads. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but, man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Gets rid of it. Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars have it with a 1st and goal. Might be calling a hot route. He's looking to throw. Now improvising. Nobody open, he just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. How good have they been on 3rd down today? And another opportunity here on 3rd and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Houston! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Georgia has the lead right now, but they have not been able to separate themselves just yet between the hedges of Sanford Stadium. They're up by 11 over Charlotte. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. To the air, it's Hoover. Finds his man. It's McAllister. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
And the Horned Frogs with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Payne. Breaks into the open. The 40. At the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU.
man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Well, they didn't exactly milk the clock on that drive, did they? 2 plays and into the end zone for the touchdown. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Houston offense once again. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid
Oh, there's an alley on the back. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Connors. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
All down, and they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up and then put another play back.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on. We're right, and the play will stand. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the ground. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Wegman. Fires to the tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Cougars started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense.
Here we go.
Using his legs, it's Connors. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front seven, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Dropping back, it's Wegman. Fires downfield. Working that left side. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You got to be impressed by what you just saw from this offense. They're already in the red zone, right? The coach is telling the quarterback, be smart, don't do anything crazy with the football. We can't turn it over. We're already in field goal range, and he's like, no, man, I got my matchup one-on-one. I know where I'm going, and not just that. We're not just going to get the first. I'm going to set you up now on the goal line. Let's roll.
Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello. They move on top here on the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
He'll bring it out. It's Bailey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The short hands, it's James. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Hoover. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by 1 possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it is find the tight end.
Yeah, how quick did he see that, too? He sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that matchup, get him the football for the 1st down.
The Horned Frogs are on the move. Throws for the tight end. Wide open, makes the catch. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
The Houston offense ready to go back to work. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Clock is under 4 minutes as they come to the line for second down. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Fires to the tight end. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Tosses it incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Grabbed behind the line. It's Connors. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Looking for space. It's Sanford. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Cougars kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Turning it on. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
This quarterback is making outstanding decisions so far in this game, and you've already seen it throwing the football. The guy already has over 200 yards passing, but he's doing it in the running game as well. Really good decision that time. Seeing nobody accounting for the pitch guy, you flip it out, you pick up a nice play offensively. Really good football IQ from the quarterback position.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They had this drive going, but they face a 2nd and 15. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. pressure on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And this safety is a ball hawk. He's a playmaker. Not only have we seen him get involved in the running game and make tackles playing downfield, but he plays the center field position as well as anybody in college football, and you saw it right there.
The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Wegman. Tight end finds a soft spot. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Oh, what a cut! He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. On the set. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Quickly complete. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
Dropping back, it's Hoover. He wants a big play here late. A full dive to haul that one in. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want them.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
So now it's second and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback adapting. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Finds space on the right. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the fourth quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Still looking on the move. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game.
Talk about aggressive play calling here offensively. Down close to the goal line. On 1st down, you try to throw it, it goes incomplete. 2nd down, you try to throw it again, and now you get sacked, so you're almost forced now to have to do it.
Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. They are backed up, tough field position. The drive starts from their own 9-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Sanford. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right